Hasn't looked too bad, all things considered. His stats kind of don't tell the whole story when it comes to Arashi. I think obviously being on one of these bottom two teams means that the stats often look a lot worse than the gameplay would suggest. See though, has opted for the blue smite, so bit of extra movement speed definitely helps as that Viego.
Okay, I am a little surprised by Driver going for the full early game up against the Ornn, just because it feels like I guess we'll see, but in my head, Ornn should not die in lane at all. I'm a little surprised he didn't go for something like the phase rush just for better team fight, or even the first strike for the scaling. But if he does feel confident, I guess, that he can build up a big enough lead over Ornn to make it worth it, then I respect that. A lot of confidence in the man.
I do have to say, he's been in lanes like the Ornn versus Renekton, where as the Ornn, he's picked up solo kills. So I believe in this guy. Bot lane, though. It is the bush acquired here for failure on the Rel. Blaze as well, lethal tempo, so should be either the on-hit or the AP, but given his team's damage profile, you have to feel like it should be the on-hit Varus in this one. That can be pretty dangerous, honestly. It's not the easiest to position as the Varus, especially coming up against Gragas Poppy.
Yeah.
And with the sort of on-hit Varus as well, when it comes to fighting over mid waves, he's not going to be able to come near contesting Bruce.
Well, so far it looks like the side of J-Team are getting these 3 lanes of priority, maybe pending how top lane is looking. But see a really nice start here for Lava. We'll see what he does. I mean, maybe he can look to invade the blue. We see that pretty often. Just start bot side, pick up the red, and then go 3 camps into the enemy blue. And I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever to see that here with how much priority they have.
He's headed that direction.
Yeah,
They're actually already on it.
It's spotted out here early, but Lava's so fast.
How broken is this champ?
Does he have water walking? I didn't see.
He does have phase rush,
yeah.
so probably does.
Ooh, okay, Arashi got that.
Ooh.
Wow. What happened here?
Now, mid lane does favor the Tristana early, and not too sure that it favors the Tristana this hard.
No, it must have been just a misplay.
Yeah, level 3, Azir's going to have to burn that teleport, and Minji feeling pretty good about himself. With that pressure, Lava looking again for an invade. Does have to be careful. It is Felia going to be here first. Does land the knockup, but Milia coming through will be able to apply some of this healing. And now Minji, with so much mid lane priority, is now looking for Felia. Flashes forward. Does he get the reset? I think he only just did not.
Ooh.
And with that, doesn't have the damage, although now it's Shearer turning up. Nice stun. Wallbang from Lava. Can he get the shield? He does. It's first blood for Lava. Importantly, though, no triumph available. With the runes he's acquired, as Arashi might be looking for a stun of his own, as Blaze does arrive quite low, but so is this Lucian. And it's going to end up just being a 1-for-1, but in favor of J-Team acquiring that first blood.
A game of absolute inches there, though. As Felia, he was so close to just get that reset coming through from Minji and having him clean everything up. I guess we'll get to see it again. So TP comes in from Shara, but he has a huge wave under tower, and I think he might have left it as well to come to this fight. Lava was engaged on, but isn't too worried. Still has a fair amount of HP remaining. Yes, Shara left a lot of this minion wave to come over to this, and this bomb must have just expired. It was so close. But Lava bought just so much extra time. I mean, you feel bad for Shara. He's just too weak here in this early fight. So sad. That would have been a very important pickup for him, and it looks like, in the meantime, Bruce got ganked and Shara died solo, I think is what happened. Oh, no, Shara must have got ganked too.
Lava picked up
yeah, so 2 ganks. I'm not sure if we'll get a replay on both. But man, mid is really out of the game, it feels like. Only 17 CS here.
I want to say in that skirmish bot, it was really well done by Minji to not sort of tunnel vision on trying to pick up Felia kill and turned around. If he didn't turn around and at the time he did, it feels like Shearer would have almost certainly picked up that first blood. As Flash Body Slam comes through, LJW on 1 HP will be able to charge to get away, but nice look there from Lava making use of that Hex Flash.
Death number 1. They get this 2v2 kill. Got out Arashi very early. Has so much movement speed. He managed to catch up to him. Wait, how did this happen? Oh, okay.
Oh!
Damn. Was it a 1-for-1? No, it wasn't. Okay, and in mid lane, sure, I imagine he used the Q forward and then just couldn't get out. Ooh, he got his E blocked. Yeah. Now with that on cooldown, Q as well.
Uses the Q, Minji able to just jump away from those soldiers. Yeah. Was just inevitable.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I mean, your wave's pushing away and your jungler just showed bot. So you kind of know that you're going to get ganked, but you also really need to fix it so that you don't die, but ends up dying anyway. Not an easy choice there for Shera. I mean, if you're this far behind, there are really no good choices left to you. Just got to try and make the best of that situation.
And so Bruce being looked at here by Arashi. Although they keep walking forward, this could be dangerous. No summoners available for either of these bot laners of J-Team.
Blaze going for the Shiv does mean that he's going to be able to hold down that mid lane in the mid game for a pretty long time.
Yeah, this is disastrous for Shera.
Yeah.
Boots to what is almost a noon quiver, it looks like here for Minji. Now he does have the fleet footwork, which often means the Tristana goes Shiv. But with the noon quiver first, it feels like maybe he's just going to go Kraken Slayer anyway.
Yeah.
And admittedly, it will mean he has more damage when faced up against an Ornn in a team fight. Driver though, up 20 CS in his isolated lane. Obviously there was some help from Larva, and then almost a 30 CS gap mid.
Yeah, it does feel like the lanes are going quite well. Credit to Impunity's bot lane who've managed to keep it somewhat even. Obviously that is a lot because of those early skirmishes around the bot side, and then that gank, of course, that comes from Arashi. Generally, if you have that losing lane, you do want to kind of prefer to be pulled away from it. If you can skirmish in the jungle, typically your champs will be stronger. Blaze is bone plating as well, which is a bit strange. He's going to take a lot of damage here.
Yeah, nice dodge from Bruce, and it looks like Blaze might just be dead. Constant running forward here from Bruce, and he's got so much damage. Now Felia is sticking around. Larva in the area, but it looks like Shear's coming down, and it should just be the blue buff here acquired for this Poppy. Driver
does not have flash.
Is going to get hit there by the call of the Forge God. Nice explosive cask. Does it mean he's safe? It certainly does. Even getting such a big chunk there on both this Ornn and the Viego. With that, maybe they are going to be able to stop this Herald.
Yeah, I think they probably can. I'm not sure Impunity would want to do this anyway, just with how weak Shera is. I think if you are involved in any sort of early fight here as an Azir, you are going to be less than useless. You're just not even going to be a champ. You're just 300 gold, really, and a reset for Minji. Now with this mid priority, I wouldn't be surprised to see J-Team head towards it and start it up. So this will just be winning all across the map, grabbing both of those neutral objectives, and of course, winning 3 lanes at the moment. By that, the gold is relatively close. There's been some kills picked up here and there, and the CS bot lane, while they did die, have kept it even.
Now, where are they going to look to invest this? It feels like mid might not be a bad option. I can't quite see how many plates are available down there in bot, but it should be 5, you'd have to think.
Yeah. Heavy trades in mid, but Minji, he's a little wary of where Arashi could be. Does need to wait for Larva to be ready to pressure again.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit of poke. Actually, a lot of poke coming down. Ooh, nice dodge. Wants to get this plate. It is quite hard to take plates into one, but he's going to get one eventually. Larva's on this bot side, though. Maybe if they can make some sort of bot lane skirmish happen, drop Herald after, you could speed the game up a lot. 10 minutes in, though, and I think Impunity have kept it relatively close, especially considered how disastrous that early skirmish in their jungle was. Only down 2k, which isn't the end of the world.
Oh, base Shearer going for Leandres.
Yeah, and Minji's looking for a play on top. Okay, he's just leaning. So it's going to make LJW respect.
Oh, okay, Magnet Storm does come out as well as the Chain of Corruption. Bruce getting quite low, but does have the flash available, and now Teleport coming through for Minji. Blaze is in a predicament, does manage to pick up Bruce, will eventually go down, and now it's a four-person team fight as LJW going to teleport down now. Driver left alone up in the top lane, call the Forge God, and it will not be able to be procced. There's a really nice ult there from Lalva. Ensures that this Ornn cannot follow up, and Driver getting so much free time now up in the top lane after what was a 1-for-1 down in bot.
Definitely. Super nice there, really, for Driver, who just grabs so much gold on the top side. Gets that top tower down to 2 plates. So that was a huge pickup and a lot of gold invested into the Gragas, who is kind of your primary AP at this point. Obviously, there is a lot that comes from the Millia Lucian as well. And engage here onto Blaze, or onto Bruce, excuse me, was really nice. Now, I think he actually was out, but he turns for autos too early.
Gets slowed as well, and then doesn't even land the autos.
It's still not horrible, I suppose. There was both sums there from Blaze, so I'm sure he'll be very vulnerable later on. And I think it was really nice by Driver to just commit to heading top. He didn't have the TP up, and recalling at this time would be really bad. Malva really saves the boys, I think, with the ulti there.
Yeah,
could have been in a lot of trouble.
It does feel like if that Ornn was able to complete R2, then the follow-up with the Azir probably would mean a couple more kills picked up from Impunity. But all things considered, it did end up just a 1-for-1, and so much gold given to the Gragas. So even with that many people committed bot, only trading evenly and giving so much gold over to Driver feels pretty terrible. Now Bruce is able to E away from that. Driver coming in. No. Oh my god, Driver. Now that is a bomber combo. As it looks like Impunity trying to trade back. They won't be able to though, and it's a nice two-man pickup, and Minji! Oh, he doesn't get away. It's the flash follow from Arashi that will confirm the kill there. After what was almost a heroic play out of Minji's Tristana. All across the map though, a 3-for-1. Arashi getting himself some much needed gold, but certainly won't match the amount of gold that this bot lane of J-Team are picking up.
No, that bot lane play was insane out of Driver. I mean, the E-Flash managed to connect onto 2 and really uses that TP advantage to full effect. And while Ornn trades back some gold, it wasn't enough. We'll see what happened to Minji. So he engaged onto Shera, who does have the bone plating. So that reduces a lot of the damage here initially. Had the W to leap back over the wall and was very, very close to getting out here, but taken out at the very end. Another kill picked up for Arashi, who is 2-0.
I wonder if Minji's W at like max range could have got him over the wall immediately. It would have been close. Dragonfight though looks like is what's coming up next. There is no sums available for Blaze on this Varus, so definitely a point of weakness. Poppy ult going wide, but it is going to be Smite confirmed here. Arashi picking that one up for the team. So all things considered, there is no fight. It is just going to be the Dragon picked up here for Impunity. Stopping any stacking as Bruce is not going to be aware of this. Does put down the pink ward and really saves himself from inevitable disaster almost. Driver, with how much of a lead he's gained for himself, heavily winning these trades, even against the Jack show. That is Bruce though. Dove under tower, Inso trying to trade back. Isn't going to be able to on this Melio, but Lalva coming down might just be the difference. Blaze trying to chase this Melio, and Arashi turning out, but it's the flash over from Lalva. Confirms the kill on the summonerless Blaze. And it's just fighting all across the map. It looks like the two mid laners were trying to head down there too. Driver being the real main benefactor of everything.
Now look how much gold he's got now. 147 CS here at 14 minutes. Picks up a full tower, well ahead of the next member. More than 2,000 gold ahead of his opponent as well. And a lot of this really was just abusing the initial bad TP and then following it up with a good TP of his own. And Bruce, he managed to avoid getting killed before, but that Chain of Corruption comes out and he does not have the cleanse. Taken out, of course. Second Herald's up pretty soon, and it's games like this where the action is just non-stop. You never feel like you really get a chance to breathe before there's another objective that comes up. Especially when a lot of sums are missing, fights will just keep happening because there is no flash to disengage.
Yeah, I was going to say, in a game like this, you do feel better as the J-Team comp because you don't have sums. Lucian requires sums a whole lot less than Varus does. Tristana as well, not so reliant on her flash, unlike Azir, who does kind of need it to either reposition or look for these big teamfight engages. I will say, admittedly, Viego does kind of thrive in these types of games, and you're seeing Arashi play fairly well. Definitely looking for sort of everything he can. But again, it is really Driver that has been the main benefactor of all of this commotion.
Yep. Now up to Bruce and Enzo to try and survive on this weak side here. Herald is going to be picked up, so as long as they can not give anything over, then it's a one trade for them. And I think this Herald could be one that just goes into Tristana's lane. Feels like allowing her to use the snowball would be good. There's now Leandri's for Sheriff, so he's finally able to fight. It is 16 minutes in, and while their goal deficit is bad for sure, it's not insurmountable.
All right, Shock. Yesterday, hold up. It is Bruce going to get engaged on again. Does have flash available. He's trying to trade back. Does flash away, but the chain of corruption will connect. Driver teleporting in as well as a double TP. It's Minji finding himself a first one, explosive cask, but it's going to be Minji jumping into his demise here, picking up that kill, and Driver running for the hills. Is he going to be able to get away? Enso giving him a nice speed boost there. Should mean his safety. The kick away of Ophelia too does definitely confirm it. Now, it looks like Poppy, Lava putting down the Herald mid, will be picking up at least one. It should get a second charge. Actually the Herald was used. Might even pick up a second tower.
Yeah, that would be pretty big. Not even so much for the goal, just opening up the map.
What I was going to say, Sand Castle does go up, is yesterday we saw J-Team with a full AP team comp and a Varus. This time we're seeing Impunity with a full AP team comp and a Viego.
Yeah, I guess the Varus just
doesn't want to win.
AP was better just to clear mid waves or something. I'm not too sure. Lava engaging here though with that phase rush can just kite out Arashi. Gets his Gromp as well.
I do feel like you can just go static Shiv AD. Why not? I don't know, but there isn't too much resistance that can come through. This is Driver going an AP build. Lava really the one member of the team that can heavily opt in, as he does. Charge forward, wall bangs up Ophelia, picks up the kill.
Yeah, what a CC chain. Well, more gold will fall here. That tower goes down, and the mid-tier 3 is actually pretty low as well. I think the Herald might have got a charge onto that, or otherwise it was just Minji battering it down.
Damn. Yeah. I think at this stage, J-Team very heavily favored. I think regardless of Varus build, they probably lose here, but certainly the AP Varus not going to make it any easier for them.
Now, there isn't that much MR to speak of just yet. Really just the base and some picked up on the Poppy.
Kind of strange to me that the Poppy has gone both for these plated steel caps and a Sunfire cape.
Yeah, the steel caps does feel pretty weird.
So much CC can come through. Obviously the Ral, Viego, as well as the Varus. Even Ornn. Dragon started up though from Impunity. And I don't think J-Team are going to want to give this over. Lava being the first in the area will spot out the 3 members of Impunity. Driver though is on the flank, bottom side of River. Clearing out this wave. Does flash away from the stun. But it's Lava with a massive flank here. Finds the angle, but it's not going to land the stun. 3-man knock up, however, from this Poppy. Now team fight ensues. Magnet Storm used to try and delay anything, but Minji, one reset. He's going to get another one. Is it Arashi going to be found? It looks like with the hallowed path will not be going down. And it's the 3 carries left remaining here for Impunity, but it's against 5 members of J-Team as Driver coming around the back, might not allow any defense of this inner tower.
So looks like this one will fall. After this, they probably do just go back to that dragon. With a gold lead, we were saying in the pre-game, if Impunity could manage to be somewhat even around 20 minutes, maybe they'd have a chance, but it feels really hard now, down something like 8,000 gold, and it was a super nice flank here from Lava. He tried to find the flash onto Bruce, which is a really good idea. Was extremely close to getting him there, and would have just changed CC the rest of the team on top of that. So much AoE though that comes out of Driver. Got a lot of free gold this game, and you can see it really put to work as he just deals so much damage in those fights.
Ooh, LJW definitely in a spot of bother.
The
Rashi coming up to help, but
so
Enso
low
here. Enso will increase damage just a little bit as LJW going to have to flash away. Driver smartly does not chase, would have found himself stuck between 3 members, and actually they're staying there. Perhaps predicting someone to face check them, but J-Team going the other way should mean they don't.
So instead, Impunity can just walk away. But now, though, it feels like you do have to buy time to scale.
Oh, Arashi does have the Heartbreaker there available to get himself out, but that's a big cooldown. And with the strength that J-Team have, you do feel like at some stage soon, if that happens, then they can just look towards the Baron, because Viego without ult, not such a strong champion.
No. It's going to have difficulties into this comp as well. It's going to be really hard to get his first reset. And look at the top lane CS now. It's almost 100 CS up. Over the wall is J-Team. Oh.
Minji is not. Minji's on top of the wall, yeah.
I still think Impunity won't be able to get here in time, but do get that on the big jobs.
Yeah, they're not even close to here on time. It is the Baron picked up. That should mean good things for Driver down on the bottom side. Up in this 1v1. Looks like Shearer actually just diving forward. Be interesting to see what's happened as we do take a look down here. Shearer still continuing to run forward. Gragas not with the flash, so it's hard for him to look for an instant sort of assassination. We'll just in fact recall using that Baron empowered recall as Enso buffing up the mid wave. Does have to be a little bit careful. Any sort of CC on him could lead to him going down fairly quickly. But with Bruce arriving now, feels a little bit safer. Ooh, Arashi.
They have a lot. Ooh, so much damage comes on to Felia.
Felia's getting absolutely annihilated. Culled, you might say, as flash forward does go Bruce. Does get another relentless pursuit. Will find the first kill here as Lauva continuing forward, as well as Minji. And Driver finds a 3-man cask, but the flash away from Arashi means he gets knocked back towards his base. It is a lot of damage. No kills found, however. It is just going to be these objectives. One tower will go down. Inhibitor will fall shortly after, and Driver looks like he's gone top to start prepping this wave so they can look for yet another inner tower. So much time left on this Baron. A minute 30 means 3 more waves can come through. It looks like bot lane will be ignored, but super minions coming through in the mid wave, as well as just Minji Enso. You think about the Lucian Emilio power, but with this Tristana and how strong she is, just buffing up this Tristana seems to be doing the trick. And next wave comes in. Driver, I'm not sure what that stopwatch or that Zonya's was. Maybe a misclick.
Yeah, probably just on the wrong key. Although he didn't have any other actives other than the Everfrost. So
I think he might have had a ward, and maybe like a pink ward. And
yeah, it could be.
I'm not sure. He probably doesn't need it anyway. This guy's a Giga Chad. Now we are sieging up in this inhib tower. Lauva channeling the ult. Will find it yet again on LJW, and he will not be able to connect his second part of the on-Hornus field. He goes in, finds a 3-man Magnet Storm, but ultimately no kills will be found. He's getting so low. Actually, on the backside, Blaze picks up 1, but it's 2 now found for J-Team as Shearer running to the base. Will the bomb collect him? It will. Minji pick himself up another, and LJW will be going down 2. It's Bruce picking up that one. And with that, teleport coming in here. It should be the end of the game here. J-Team do pick it up. It's 24 minutes in a pretty convincing fashion.
Yep. Really felt like it was just pretty much Impunity's game from the get-go. There was that early skirmish that maybe was a bit dicey, but overall